Check this out. We're back with our Rarebear from XK. Time to try and fly it again. This time we've bound it to my RadioMaster with a micro receiver, FlySky micro receiver. With the original radio, it all tests out fine on the bench until you go and fly it. If you haven't already, check out my maiden crash video where it just wouldn't fly with the original radio. So we're not too sure what's going on. So all we can do, bind to it with our RadioMaster and have another go. Okay, let's head to the field now and see how it flies. Well, I was doing silly things with the original radio, so now's time to fly it on my RadioMaster, and hopefully now we'll fix the problem. We're up. Oh, we're still flying. We're still flying. I'm in control. Oh, it's diving. Still flying. Little bit of trimming. It's still flying. Obviously it's got a problem with the original radio, hasn't it? Just want to dive into the ground all the time.
9 minutes.
Still flying. Well, it's flying. I'm shocked. So it must have a problem with the original radio. Wow. Wonder if anyone else has had a problem with the original radio. Because for some reason it's flying with my RadioMaster. Look at that. Bit weird. Very weird. We're getting a bit worried there for a moment. Thought we had a dud plane. It's flying, beautiful. I think I need to trim it a little bit. How's it look in the camera?
8 minutes.
Just flying around at 3/4 throttle. You just stay at that and that's good enough with these models, all these XKs. I'm flying with my P40 set up on my RadioMaster. And I think it's good enough. Look at that, I've got the rudder mixing. Same as on my P40, because we had a lot of problems with that one. So we had to learn from that one. Now we've got this one. Flying beautiful. Flying pretty smooth really. Haven't got a lot of wind today. We've had some bad weather. Whoa. Does dip in the turn. I found with these XKs you've got to be smooth on the sticks. You can't be yanking on the sticks. Otherwise the gyro sort of fights it a bit. You got to be careful on the turns. See, it drops a lot in those turns. That gold looks nice. Nice sunny day. And I got my timer working. So that's something. I'll show you all about that in my next video on how to bind to this bird. Yeah, I got my timer working, so I'm very happy about this. I got the elevator to throttle mix as well, because I don't like
4 minutes.
how it goes up with the throttle. But you don't go up and down with the throttle on this anyway, you just stay at 3/4. It's good enough. So you can just trim it if you need to. Good flight times on these, definitely over 10 minutes. Should I try the stunts? What do you think? Don't want to crash it, go up a bit higher.
Stunt mode on.
Here we go.
Low rate.
I'll turn my rates
3
down.
minutes.
Oh, it's a beautiful bird. I think it's flying nice. It's always a test when you pull it out of the self level. Is it going to fly nice? Flying beautiful. That's good enough on low rates, for sure. Fast enough roll rate. You can see the white pretty good in the sky. And the gold nose is looking good in the sky. Shall I try the inverted? I'm up nice and high, but we're inverted. Can't do it for too long. Starting to get a little bit of wind. I've been pretty lucky so far. How's that? Oh, flies inverted better than the Trojan. Yeah, a lot easier, a lot less push. That's a great little bird, eh? We'll bring it in for landing.
High rate.
Back on the high rates, 100% rates. We'll see how it glides. He's slowing down.
Seconds.
Oh, prop popped off. That's all right. It'll go back on easy. It flies. I'm shocked. After the hand launch, I was waiting for it to fall out of the sky. I just kept waiting and waiting for it to do something silly, but it never did. It just kept flying. So that's great. So it must be a problem with the original radio. It all works on the bench fine. I don't know what's going on. So that flight flew it on my RadioMaster and no problems. So that's great. So we fixed the problem. We're a bit worried about it. We ran 3 batteries through it. So we had lots of flight time and we had no problems. Very happy it flies because it's a nice looking bird, isn't it? Very nice. My brother flew it after the filming you just seen, and he said that there was enough travel in the rear elevator. So he adjusted that up closer, so we're getting a little bit more travel, and it definitely flies better. So that's the only modification we did. So it flies. So while I'm here, quickly show you my setup. This is the same setup as the P40 from XK. 100% rates is on the self-level mode, and then I have 2 rates set for the stunts basically. And for the stunts, I mean the low rates is pretty good, 70% and 80% on the elevator, a little bit more on the elevator. Exactly the same as the P40. There you go, minus 100, 100, and I have got the throttle to elevator mixing, 20%, and we do have the rudder mix, which does help in the turn. I like it with the rudder mix for sure. I actually didn't fly it without the rudder mix, so I'm not too sure about the turning. The flight you just seen, I did have that 50% rudder mix, and it flies around beautiful. And there's a gyro setting. So it's a great little bird. Looks nice in the sky. We're very happy with it now. So thanks for watching.